Welcome to St. Vincent softball as the women take on the Marywood Pacers. First batter for Marywood, Kim Lohr, goes down swinging. So there's one out in the top half of the first inning. That brings up Megan Palmer. Megan is the center fielder for Marywood. Left-handed hitter. Ball's in there for a strike. Swing and a miss, strike two. No balls and two strikes, one out, top of the first. St. Vincent, the home team this evening from Clermont. Ball is chopped into the hole at second. It goes into right field for a base hit for Megan Palmer. So Marywood has their second hitter on with a bouncing single into right field. We'll get you that Bearcat lineup when they come to bat in the bottom half of the first. Third hitter for Marywood is Mariah Runco, and she fouls it down the third baseline right in front of the Marywood dugout. No balls and a strike. Shauna Hetrick is on the mound for St. Vincent, number 6, left-hander. One on, one out for Marywood. Top half of the first. We've just begun action here at Clermont. St. Vincent with a doubleheader. The pitch is high and goes all the way to the backstop. And down to second base goes Megan Palmer. Be scored as a wild pitch. Count goes now to a ball and a strike. This one is drilled down the right field line and well foul. So Hetrick is ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Top half of the first inning. No score. Runner at second base for Marywood. Pitch is up high. Count goes even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball is popped foul and out of play down the third baseline and just over the Marywood dugout. Count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out in the top half of the first inning. No score. Breezy evening here in Clermont, Florida. This one is hit the right and deep. Way back and making the catch at about the 220-foot mark, but tagging from second will not go as a sacrifice, but it is fly to the right fielder, and we have 2 down now for Marywood in the top half of the first inning. That brings up the cleanup hitter, right-handed hitting first baseman, number 17, Jill Flanagan, as Runco flies out to right. And Palmer advances to second on the wild pitch and to third on the fly out to right. Ball was well hit, and the wind just kind of knocked it down, and it's caught about 20 feet in front of the right field fence. By right fielder Ali Panzella of the Bearcats. This ball was hit deep to left, going way back, and making the catch in medium left field. So Marywood threatens in the first. Runner stranded at third. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. We have no score. Home half of the first inning, St. Vincent will send up center fielder Susie Kuhl, second baseman Lindsey Daniels, And hitting in the third spot is catcher Maria Adams. The cleanup hitter is Becky Dean, the third baseman. So Susie Cool steps in, right-handed hitter. Ball is low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes to the center fielder, number 15, Susie Cool. This one is swung on and missed, 1-1. Right-hander Allie Stein is on the hill for Marywood. They didn't score in the first. No runs and a hit. We're into the bottom half of the first. Ball is fouled back and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to center fielder Susie Cool for St. Vincent. Bearcats a doubleheader this evening. This one is fouled in the same spot, back on the netting. Count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shannon Basic is at first and will bat 5th for the Bearcats. The designated player is Sam Shoemaker. Sam Shoemaker is number 22. She bats 6th. Here comes the pitch. This one is high and away. At short for the Bearcats, Emily Petrowski. Allie Panzella is in right. Megan Regula in left. She made the final put out of inning number 1 in the top half. And Shauna Hetrick is on the mound. This ball is fouled down the left side by Cool. So she sprayed some foul balls around. The count remains now at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Susie Cool, the center fielder for the Bearcats. Playing her very shallow in right field, a little deeper in left and center. This pitch is way up high. The count now goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of room up the middle. Shortstop is shaded way over towards third, and the second baseman way over towards first. He's able to get the ball past the pitcher, Stein. Difficult play here as Stein delivers and the ball is fouled back as Cool is working this full count now. I think she's been given about 9 or 10 pitches here to start it off. Let's see if we can make this a good at bat here for Susie Cool. That ball is low, and she does work the walk. So a base on balls for Susie Cool. That'll bring up second baseman Lindsey Daniels. Also a right-handed batter, wears number 7. A runner on at first is Susie Cool. She drew the 3-2 ball inside and low. She's on at first. Ball is bunted nicely. They have 1 play. It's at first. And the sacrifice is recorded 1-3. Moving to second on the perfect bunt by Daniels was Cool. So she's at second base with 1 out. That'll bring up Maria Adams. Third consecutive right-handed hitter for the Bearcats. Maria fouls it back. Catcher Maria Adams, number 20 for St. Vincent. Allie Stein, a right-hander for the Marywood, and I believe it's the Pacers. I heard the chant before the game. We haven't confirmed that, but ball just misses the outside corner, and Stein stares in as the Marywood players from the dugout react to a ball that was very close, but called a ball. So we have a ball and a strike with 1 out here in the first. Ground ball to third. Holds the runner, throws to first, gets the out, throw back to third, won't be in time. Nice play by third baseman Mariah Runco to hold that run. The ball back from first to third was into the dirt. She was able to keep it in front of her, and that stalls Susie Cool at third. The out is recorded. 5-3. Brings up Becky Dean. She takes a strike on the outside corner. Bearcats in the same situation as Marywood in the first. They have a runner at third and 2 outs. This one is hit into center field, going back, fighting the sun and the breeze, and making the catch in deep center field was Megan Palmer for Marywood to retire the side. So the Bearcats go down in the first at the end of 1 full inning. Here from Clermont, the score is the St. Vincent Bearcats 0 and the Marywood Pacers 0. Top half of the second inning, no score, and Marywood will send up number 20, Kayla Prompovich. Prompovich grounds the ball to second. Up and over. Lindsey Daniels to first baseman Shannon Basic, and 1 pitch, 1 out. Prompovich grounds 4-3. That brings up the pitcher, Allie Stein. Right-hander. Bats right-handed. Batting 6th in the order here for Marywood. Pitch is in there for a called strike. Pitch down low, ball and a strike. Diana Butash is on deck for Marywood, the left fielder. This one is ripped into left, knocked down by the shortstop, a deep shortstop. And off the edge of the grass there, was unable to come up with it. It's got to go as a base hit for Allie Stein. As she ripped it deep into the hole of short, it was knocked down. Looked like the ball was going to get into left field. The shortstop, Emily Petrowski, was able to cut the angle down, but unable to make a throw. So Stein is on with 1 out in the top half of the second inning for Marywood. Strike at the letters to Diana Butash. Left-handed hitter facing left-handed hurler Shauna Hetrick for the Bearcats. 1 on, 1 out, runner at first, swing and a miss as Hetrick comes with the change there and gets Butash way out ahead of it. And she's way ahead in the count here is Hetrick at no balls and 2 strikes to left fielder Diana Butash. Fouls this one back. Count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out in the visitors' half of the second inning. No score from Clermont. The 0-2 pitch, high and out of the strike zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. On deck for Marywood is the designated player, Melissa Brott. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good location there by Hetrick. And she got Diana Butash to bite on a ball that was just out of the strike zone, but too close to take, and she goes down swinging. That brings out Melissa Brott, designated player, batting in the 8th position for Marywood. Hetrick delivers. Change is up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs in the Pacer half of the second. The top half. St. Vincent, the home team designated here this evening in the first of 2. Ball fouled back. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Special shout out tonight to Bob Tuber from Allison Park. Bob, a faithful listener to the St. Vincent softballers. We may even have the Booch listening in this evening as well. Got to have the Booch listening. The ball is up high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We thank them for tuning in. Pitch is fouled back, so staying alive is Melissa Brandt, the designated player, as she has worked the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes and then fouls the payoff pitch back. Runner at first base with 2 outs is Allie Stein, the pitcher from Marywood. She reached on an infield single here in the top half of the 2nd inning. Hedrick's pitch is down low, and down second base goes Stein, and Brandt is on the base on balls. Brings up Chelsea Zimmerman. Chelsea, the second baseman, number 7, right-handed hitter. Hits it right back to Hedrick. Goes to first, 1-3 on the out of Chelsea Zimmerman, and that retires the sides. So we have no runs on 1 hit and a walk at the end of 1.5. It's Marywood nothing and St. Vincent nothing. Welcome back. Bottom half of the 2nd inning. St. Vincent, the home team. No score through an inning and a half. Basic, Shoemaker, and Petrowski. The first baseman, designated player, and shortstop, the top 3. And should the Bearcats keep it alive, Ali Panzella, the right fielder, will be the cleanup hitter here in the bottom half of the 2nd. Bearcats head coach Nicole Heinerman heads down to third base. Breezy but warm tonight. Last time we were at Clermont, the temperature was down in the low 40s. And we were forced to do the broadcast inside, but it's very pleasant here. Shadowy left field, shortstop, third base area. The pitcher's mound is in the late evening sun, as are all the outfielders' positions. Umpire calls time as the dugout gate down along the first base side. That is the Bearcat dugout. Was open. And get that taken care of. And here's the pitch to Basic. Way up high. You might have heard it hit the pole. The center pole of the backstop. So it's 1 ball and no strike. That ball got away from Allie Stein. Basic, Shoemaker, and Petrowski again. Top 3 hitters here in the 2nd for St. Vincent. No score. Good pitch. Inside corner called strike. So she comes back after a pitch that was well out of the strike zone to a pitch that was placed perfectly, and Basic could do nothing with it. Takes it, a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch by Stein. This one's up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Right-handed hitting first baseman Shannon Basic. Pitch is fouled down the right field line, twisting and out of play. Count no goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs. Leadoff hitter in the 2nd for the Bearcats. Right-hander Basic to right-handed hitting. Basic rather to right-handed throwing. High on the change. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch on the way to the Bearcat first baseman. Pitch is swung on and missed. Oh, she reared back on that one and gets Basic swinging late. And that is the first strikeout on the evening for right-hander Allie Stein. They'll bring up left-handed hitting designated player Sam Shoemaker. number 22. Pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. No balls and a strike. Ball fouled straight back. Got me to flinch. 0-2. Stein ahead in the count. Sam Shoemaker batting in the 6th position for the Bearcats. Bats from the left side. And here comes the pitch. It's way up high for a ball. Good waist pitch there by Stein, trying to get Shoemaker to bite on the pitch well out of the strike zone. Nothing doing there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield straightaway. Pitch is just off the corner for a ball. That gets the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Collective groan goes up from the crowd on the Marywood side. Pitch was a little too close to take, but take it did Shoemaker, and it was outside and called a ball. Ball's hit into left, medium distance, fighting the wind, and making the catch is the left fielder Diana Butash, and that is 2 away for St. Vincent. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning. She'll have to get Emily Petrowski, the shortstop. A right-handed hitter. Wind in the pitch is high for a ball to Petrowski. A ball and no strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 2nd, no score from Clermont. St. Vincent Bearcats and the Marywood Pacers. Ball is ripped just foul of 3rd. 1 ball and 1 strike. Petrowski steps back in. And here's the 1-1. Changeup is fouled down the left field line. Petrowski fooled on the pitch. She was able to hold up her swing and looking for the fastball, got the change and was way ahead of it, but did make contact. It's a harmless foul out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch by Stein. It's high and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Allie Stein mixing up her pitches quite well here through the 1st inning and 2/3. Has the Bearcat hitters a little on their toes. She doesn't have overpowering stuff, but she changes speed nicely and hits the corners. Pitch. Wow, she blistered one in there and picks up the strikeout. So Stein strikes out 2 of the 3 Bearcat hitters in the 2nd. That goes as a swinging strikeout, and that ends the 2nd inning with the score: Marywood nothing and St. Vincent nothing. Ball's hit into left center field. That's going to be into the gap, cut off by the left fielder from St. Vincent's. The throw in, cut off by the shortstop. And Marywood starts the visitors' half of the 3rd with a double into left center field off left-hander Shauna Kettrick. Kettrick is facing left-hander here in this one. A bunt is foul at the plate. No balls and a strike. Marywood threatening here in the visitors' half of the 3rd. Each team has gotten a runner to 3rd, but has failed to score. This ball is punched out into right field, coming on and making a nice grab of it. Right fielder for the Bearcats. It's 1 out. Coming in from right was Ali Panzella to make the catch. Holding it 2nd. Was Kim Lope. In there for a called strike. We're at top half of the 3rd inning. Lope doubled. Palmer flied out to right. So it's 1 on and 1 out in the visitors' half of the third. Ball's chopped to second. Takes a bad hop. Throw to first. Not in time. Ball gets away, and Marywood's going to score the first run of the game. So Mariah Runco hit the ball to second. That'll go as an error. No RBI for Runco. Scoring from second, was Kim Lope as she came around when the ball was overthrown. And Marywood takes the lead over St. Vincent 1-0. Ball hit down the first baseline, twists foul. So Hetrick gives up the double. Gets Palmer to fly to right. And in fairness to second baseman Lindsey Daniels, the ball did take a bad hop and caught her up in the chest area, and she was unable to collect herself and make the throw. Probably should have just eaten the ball because the overthrow was what caused Kim Lope to score from second. Pitch is swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Jill Flanagan. Jill 0 for 1. She was the third out in the first inning. Flanagan is the first baseman batting cleanup. Pitches outside. Count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Marywood first baseman. Runner at first base on the error is Mariah Runco. Marywood leads 1-0. Chop to third. Nice pickup. Throw to second for the force out there. Not in time back at first. So that play will go 5-4 on the putout of Jill Flanagan. And that will be the second out of the inning. Becky Dean to Lindsey Daniels on the putout. Third to second. Pitch by Hetrick is on the outside corner for a called strike to catcher Kayla Prompovich. Or Prompovich. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Kayla swings and misses at a low fastball by Hetrick. Shawnaway ahead in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is just outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Marywood 1, St. Vincent 0. 2 2/3 innings have been completed. She swings and misses on a high fastball, and she's overmatched there as the inning ends. But the Marywood Pacers do pick up 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error, and there was a Pacer left on base. So at the end of 2.5 innings, it's Marywood 1, St. Vincent coming to bat in the bottom of the third. Panzella, Regula, and Cool. 8, 9, and 1 for St. Vincent in the home half of the third inning. They trail 1-0. First run by Marywood, an unearned run on the error. Stein, not an imposing presence on the mound, but she mixes up her pitch as well, and I think that's going to be her forte here this evening. Try to keep the Bearcat hitters off balance. She'll sting you with a fastball on occasion, but it's not overpowering. But when you mix in the change and some of the cut balls that she throws and the way she can hit the corners, the Bearcats are going to have to pick up some of her tendencies maybe through the first 2 innings. They haven't done that yet as they have yet to score. Pitch is fouled back. A late swing there by Panzella. Outfield straight away. Panzella hitting number 8 in the Bearcat lineup. Another one fouled down the right field line and out of play. She's been late with both of her swings. And she's in a hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Allie Stein in the catbird seat here with an 0-2 pitch. Chopped the third. Nice pickup. Third to first. That put out Mariah Runco. Zips it across to first baseman Jill Flanagan for the out. The put out goes 5-3. And there's 1 out in the Bearcat bottom of the third. That'll bring up left fielder Megan Regula. Diminutive in stature. Right-handed hitter. Pitch is fouled back. Megan wears number 3, batting 9th in the Bearcat lineup. Pitch is up high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Left fielder Megan Regula. Right-hander Stein facing the right-handed hitter. Pitch is just inside for a ball, maybe a little low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Right-hander winds and the pitch is up high. Regula has worked the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. See if the take sign is on here. No, the hit sign is on, and she does hit. And she loops it into left field for a base hit. So Megan Regula singles to left. And that is the first hit off Allie Stein. 9th hitter Megan Regula looped the ball into left field on the 3-1 pitch. That brings up center fielder Susie Cool. Runner at first, no out. Make the 1 out here for the Bearcats as Panzella began the inning with a ground out to third. Susie Cool walked her first time up. Pitch is chopped to third, foul. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1-0. Marywood leads into the bottom half of the third inning. The Bearcat third. Cool up about 3 or 4 inches on the bat. She chokes up a considerable amount, and she fouls it back. The ball is fouled to the screen, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. And Stein has been ahead of most of the Bearcat hitters through the evening. He's got the full on Regula. Megan looped a base hit into left, the first hit of the evening for the Bearcats. Another pitch from Stein fouled away. Count holding at a ball and 2 strikes. Lindsey Daniels is on deck for St. Vincent. Pitches inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Stein delivers. It's outside for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch looked to be a little outside. A couple of the fans didn't agree with that, but it was obviously a ball. This pitch is up high for a ball. So, Cool works the base on balls. And she has walked twice. walk in the first. She's stranded at third in the first. She walks here in the third. Ball's hit into right field, sinking, and it's a base hit. The throw to the plate will be cut off, and the Bearcats have the bases loaded and one out. Daniels ripped the ball into right field. The second hit for the Bearcats, and now they get to the meat of the order here as Maria Adams steps in. She'll be followed by Becky Dean, the cleanup hitter, so Maria in a good spot to do some damage. She hit the ball well to third first time up and was recorded 5-3 as an out. Stein's pitch is up and away for a ball. Bases loaded, one out, 1-0 Marywood, but the Bearcats are threatening here in the bottom half of the third. Adams with Dean on deck. Pitch by Stein is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Stein kind of cruised through the first 2 1/3. Now she's worked herself into a jam with 2 base on balls and a single, chopped foul third. You could say, oh, those leadoff walks, but actually Panzella grounded to third to begin the third inning, and then it was a walk. To Lindsey Daniels, and a walk to Susie Cool after a single by Regula that has loaded the bases. Ball is ripped into center, going back and making a great catch in center field was Megan Palmer. She stayed right with it. It's going to go as a sacrifice fly, but it could have been a lot more damage had Palmer not come up with that one. So that goes as a sac F8 and a fly out by Maria Adams as the Bearcats get on the board with the score. That ball was slicing a little away from center fielder Palmer, and she stayed with it and made a one-handed catch. Saved a couple of runs, if not 3. As far as the right fielder was playing, we could have been looking at an inside the park home run there. Instead, the Bearcats get a run on the sacrifice fly by Maria Adams. And the game is tied at 1. 2 balls and no strikes to cleanup hitter Becky Dean. Becky, the third baseman. Left-handed hitter facing the right-handed hurler for. Ball is hit down the left field line, and it's caught. Running catch near the foul line by left fielder Diana Butash. So 2 good plays. And the inning. Some good pieces of fielding out there by Marywood. It could have been a lot worse. Balls well hit by both Adams and Dean. End up as a sacrifice fly and a fly out to left field that ends the third inning. So after 3 innings, it is Marywood 1 and St. Vincent 1. Pitcher Allie Stein steps in to begin the top half of the 4th inning. We are all tied up at 1. St. Vincent had the makings of a big inning in the third, but good plays in center and left. We're able to keep the damage to a minimum. But they do pick up a run on a sacrifice fly to tie the game at 1 apiece. A ball and a strike to Allie Stein, the pitcher. She bats as she throws, right-handed. Pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the outside corner. So ahead in the count, Shauna Hetrick. Left-hander for St. Vincent. Pitch is fouled away. Count stays at 1 ball and 1 strike. Correction, 1 ball and 2 strikes with the foul ball. Stein steps out, steps quickly back in. Quick pitch, grounded into the Third base up and over for the out. Looked like the ball was going to get the hole between third and short, but was cut off by third baseman Becky Dean, and she makes the throw to first. So Stein is retired 5-3 for the first out of the inning. In the top of the fourth for the Marywood Pacers. Diana Butash steps in. Butash, the left fielder, made a nice play to end the third and quell the Bearcat rally. First pitch is a ball. Count is 1-0. Second pitch is popped to first, and in foul territory, the catch is made by first baseman Shannon Basic. So Butash is retired on the pop fly to first in foul territory. Panning the crowds. First pitch is down low for a ball. Second pitch from Hedrick is up high for a ball. So it's 2 balls and no strikes. This one is in there for a called strike to Melissa Brock, the designated player. She walked in the second. And she walks here again in the fourth. I didn't know if the umpire was going to give us a delayed strike call on that or not, but apparently the ball was out of the strike zone. So the Pacers have a runner at first and 1 out. Throw down to first by catcher Maria Adams. No damage there. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Chelsea Zimmerman, second baseman, is the hitter. She takes a ball low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Ball is popped to second. Easy play. And Bearcats were running off the field. That's only the second out of the inning. Wait a minute. I had a 5-3, a pop up to first. Oh. Somewhere along the line, something. This is Chelsea Zimmerman. They must have made a ruling on that pop up to first base. 'Cause who do we have down there at first now? Ball is hit down the left field line. It's going to twist foul. Let me see if we can get you a recap of inning number 4. We had the ground out by Stein. We thought we had a pop-up to first. But that is actually Diana Butash down at first. So, I don't know what the ruling was there. Cameraman Eric Shuley also kind of indicating that it's a little bit of a puzzle here for us. Chop to first. This will be the third out of the inning. Ooh. Hard tag placed there. And Zimmerman goes out 3 unassisted for the third out of the inning. We've completed 3.5, and the score is Marywood 1 and St. Vincent 1. Leads off here in the bottom half of the 4th inning for the Bearcats. Pitches up high and away for a ball. St. Vincent 1 and Marywood 1. First game of a twin bill for the Bearcats. They'll take on Bemidji in game 2. As we're just about out of sunlight here this evening. Pitch is hit down the right field line. It's twisting, and it will go foul. A long run to no avail by the right fielder for Marywood. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on Shannon Basic. The Bearcats won, the Pacers won here into the fourth. Hard hit the second. It goes under the glove and into right field for a base hit. I have to give Basic a base hit on that. It was hit hard and kind of caught second baseman Chelsea Zimmerman a little out of position, and she couldn't flag it down or knock it down, so we're going to give Basic a base hit on that. So she begins the inning with a single to right. That'll bring up designated player Sam Shoemaker, number 22, left-handed hitter. She flied to left for the second out of inning number 2. Allie Stein on the mound for Marywood. Here's the pitch. Bunt right out in front of the plate, picked up by the pitcher. The force out attempt not made. The throw to first. Stein may have had the option to go to second on that. She elects to go to first. And that's the sacrifice. Completed 1-3. So a nice bunt. Bunted hard enough, but scooting down to second there was Basic. Maybe Stein had a notion to go to second, but that was quickly erased, and she went to first for the easy out. Stepping in now is Emily Petrowski. Emily takes a pitch inside. She struck out in the second. Emily, the Bearcat shortstop. Right-handed hitter, takes a pitch. Pops it up. Shortstop. Makes the grab. Kimlope with the catch. And that's the second out of the inning. As Petrowski pops to the shortstop. She's 0 for 2 on the evening. That'll bring up Allie Panzella, a right fielder. She went out 5-3 to begin inning number 3. Grounded to third. Ball was well hit by Allie, but well played by third baseman Mariah Runco. Pitch by Stein is inside for a ball. Oh, nope, caught the corner. Excuse me, 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 the count. Pitch to Panzella is down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Panzella was late with several swings in her first at bat and eventually pulled one down to third. Couldn't get it past third baseman Runco. And she takes this one high and out of the strike zone, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to Allie Panzella. On deck is Megan Regola. Megan has a base hit first time. That ball's looped into right. It's going to drop. Here comes a throw to the plate. It's not going to be in time. Throw to second, and Panzella is out. She gets credit for a single and an RBI. She's put out 4-2. 4-2-6 on the putout of Allie Panzella. Give her credit for a base hit and an RBI. Scoring Shannon Basic. That gives the Bearcats the lead moving into the top half of the 5th inning. It's St. Vincent 2 and Marywood 1.